Planet detected. Scanning. Scanning. Warning. Life form detected. Life form identified. Frank Succardi of CyborgPrime Games. Incoming transmission.
It was pretty interesting.
Yeah, cool interview.
I decided that we need the Herald class for the Admiral.
Yeah, well,
Wait, now you
that
want me
would
to
be
buy
a
you
little bit
another
beneficial.
ship? Is that it?
I mean, we're
Yes.
cramped as it is, you know.
I like that part about,
Expanding
like,
out a little. I've
seeing-
been saying we need to expand out just a little bit, you know. I mean, that
Yeah.
would be perfect.
I was thinking kind of more like a Love Boat theme.
I'm thinking about more like a giant flying distillery sort of.
Yeah, I
sort
was
of
just
thing.
about to say bigger ship means more booze.
Well, I wasn't saying
It's
that
a
wasn't going to be
question
part
of
of it.
priorities,
We're
you
making
know?
most of our profits from, so we might as well expand out in our
I'm
empire,
sorry,
you know.
most of our profits? You mean all of our profits?
I think the
We're
number one
millionaires.
thing
We're
is having it stolen from you. So when you're driving around with something like that, it's somebody wants it.
Yeah, I suppose we're less of a target in the wonderful implication.
Welcome,
right.
welcome back, everyone.
Yes, welcome back, everybody. Hopefully you can hear us okay and things aren't freaking out.
Nah, sounds good.
You guys, you have no idea. I just, I don't like things to go wrong. Anyway, welcome back, everybody. We are going to do a drawing now. Now's your chance to win a copy of the Herald Class Yacht hardback signed by Mr. Craig A. Gleasoner himself. And you'll also get a pewter miniature donated by Ad Astra Games. And yeah, I have. You can, if you didn't win this time, don't feel sad. There's still a big grand prize at the end of the event, and that person is going to win a shit ton of prizes, like an avalanche of Traveler and Cepheus engine stuff. So
Yeah,
stay
none of
tuned
the
for
crew is
that.
eligible, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
we
get,
already
like,
won big when we got Frank as a DM. So.
Oh, you guys.
and he's going to give us an upgrade to the new ship, of course.
Oh,
that's right. Yeah, he did.
oh,
promise
you're
that.
fishing for ship
He
upgrade.
did.
I see.
He did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and do the drawing then. We have currently 86 people in the drawing, and that number is growing. And the winner is
give it a few minutes.
drum roll, please. At Jason W at Gmail, you win a hard copy of Mr. Craig Gleasoner's Herald Yacht guidebook, and I will contact you by email and get your address, and that will be shipped to you. Congratulations, along with pewter miniature from Ad Astra Games, and thank you, Ad Astra, and thank you, Mr. Gleasoner, Craig, my buddy, for participating in this year's event.
Congrats to the winner.
Yay! Yes.
Hip, hip.
I'm so jelly about that prize.
Yeah, sorry about that, Craig. It's not in the final recording. It's just in the stream. We're trying to work it out, but I think I've got it mostly figured, or whatever was happening stopped. I don't know. I think it might have been one of my tabs that wasn't muted that was feeding back, and now I think everything's fine again.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it
was
seemed to
a
be
bit
coming
weird there
from
at the moment.
you.
Yeah, thanks.
Feeding
Yeah.
back.
It was. Yeah, it was triple
Yeah.
casting
totally.
on Discord and echoing.
I know.
I mean, if anything goes wrong, we blame you. Don't worry.
I know,
Oh, we
things go
always do.
haywire, but I fix it. All right, so I would like to. We got a little bit of time to burn between now and the next interview, which is going to be Mr. Neil Thorpe from 2D Storyteller. He's a really cool dude who makes animated maps for virtual tabletop, and he and I have entered a partnership because we have complementary products. You can get a copy of his galactic interface product to its digital assets for your Roll20 maps, or any VTT that lets you bring in animated tokens. So you got like black holes and planets and everything you need to make like a crazy interface to show, like, you know, where your guys are going, or just to have backgrounds, or to have like a landing home page for your game. And then along with that, we bundled the starship deck plans for the Pioneer Scout, which is my 3D VTT version of the classic Scout ship. And you can get those together in a bundle and save some money over on DriveThruRPG or the website cyborgprime.com. Just click on shop. Also, it's not too late to enter the prize drawing for the next prize, which is going to be given out after we hear from Neil Thorpe. So go to the website, cyborgprime.com, hit the blog, and you'll see the event page is highlighted at the very top. Just go in there and scroll on down to the prize area, and you'll see just a small portion of our prizes. We have even more that we're going to give out. We have great extra packs that aren't listed there, that are surprises. Yes. All right. Speaking of surprises, that was surprising that we were getting that weird feedback, but I'm glad it's over.
Surprise, surprise.
All right. So my name is Frank Succardi. I'm the lead game designer at CyborgPrime, and these gentlemen who are here with me are my players. We're going to go down and introduce ourselves, but I'd like to do it in a certain order. So I'm going to start with the owner of the ship, and then he can introduce the crew. And so,
Part owner.
Here's the
majority shareholder.
Here's the majority shareholder.
The majority shareholder. Yes, the majority shareholder. Yeah.
That would be
I know. I'm coming last, aren't I?
That would be Dr. Gomos. Dr.
Yes.
Gomos, introduce yourself, and tell us a little bit about yourself and your crew.
I say good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dr. Gomos Alehar. Note the pronunciation. I am a doctor of some repute, some of that repute being ill. Part of a crew of, I don't know. I'd say we're a generalist crew. We do a little bit of this and that, theft, bioweapons. I think we've helped some people. Some point. Anyways, I myself, doctor, owner, proprietor of the ship, all that other stuff. We have Princess, also known as Admiral Garrett Crow, who is our resident drinker and former captain. We have Cats.
Crack pilot. You forgot the crack pilot part.
Yeah, well, crack. Yeah, crack. We have Cats. Cats Go Meow, who is our ex-convict / indentured servant, who's sort of our fixer on the ship. He does things none of us want to do, whether he likes to or not.
I was never convict. I never got caught. Thank you very much.
Never convicted, of course. We have our friend Ricard, aka Ice, who is a former Scout service member, or actually I think still current Scout service member, at least I haven't caught up to him yet, who is something of a drone specialist and highly technically competent. Pulled us out of the fire more than just a few times. And it's also worth mentioning we have a wonderful cabin robot who takes care of most of our peasantry needs. Goes by the name of Cabana Boy. Was a
Banana boy.
Yes. A wonderful, snooty, semi-depressed butler robot.
Yes, unfortunately he's not here. He wasn't invited. Well, I guess he was invited, but he didn't
he's
show.
Somewhat
Such a shame.
Yeah, well, he's a little bit out of service at the moment.
His duties require him on the ship. There is alcohol to be stocked in the bar.
Exactly.
Oh, he's still half broken.
So I'll go around the table here. So all right, Cats, tell us a little bit about. We got about, I don't know, less than 10 minutes to kill, but so be brief, but tell us a little bit about your character.
Well, okay, he's had a bit of a sordid background, right? But it was not his doing. I mean, at the core, he's a nice person. He wants to be a nice person. He's got an ethical code, but he kind of fell in with the wrong people, Yeah, he sort of ended up with some sordid folk, gangsters, pirates. But he made his way out. He managed to escape that life, where I picked up on the campaign where we met. Anyway, besides that, he is your general he's I literally look, all right, one of my favorite shows, Red Dwarf, right? And I based him, I've said this before, I've based him off Lister from Red Dwarf. If anyone knows who that is, then you know what I'm talking about. He is a space bum, a bit of a mechanic, a bit of a strong arm when he needs to be, but he's lazy. He's literally a lazy slob that sits around eating curries all day, and if something needs to be fixed, he'll try and fix it. That's my character.
Lister was smarter though.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's a close call.
All right, now let's hear from Ice Ricard. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your character?
Well, he's a scout, and it always seemed to be a favorite class of mine. The independent semi-military. Much more varied background. Not a lot of infantry, with a bunch of people stuff. And his background is that he's worked on dozens of everything from asteroids to severe planets, from desert to ice and in between. And over the years, just developed a lot of experience in drone work and recon with the surveying of these different planets to planetoids. And he just planned to retire and, hobby with building his own drones. And then he ended up running across these people who I met in the process of them torturing some guy with like a stun stick to the nuts or something. I mean, these people are not cool.
Hey,
at
that's
all.
my
The term is
signature
enhanced
move,
interrogation.
and that guy deserved it.
Anyway, it turns out that this guy that they were firing, who it turns out didn't want to work there anymore. I ended up
Like
with
that, I
that
thought
his
it's an
job.
informer or something.
I forgot about all that.
These people are extremely paranoid.
I did sizzle
You
his
know,
nuts.
it's like if you get sick,
It was my
they're
bad.
more paranoid about like what you've been possessed with than anything. They're strictly Dark Ages.
Once burned,
so
twice shot.
fun people, but it's a good crew, and we have a good everybody has something to do thing. And everybody's pretty amazing. We lost an Inspector Briscoe who was an amazing investigator, and besides being a doctor, Alahar's a amazing hacker, and the Admiral Crow is an amazing pilot. We have this thing where we've discovered a portal in the middle of this incredibly deadly nebula, and he is probably one of like half a dozen people in the sector that would ever have been able to pilot that and have us come out alive.
That
So
was a close call.
fun,
but yeah,
fun
he
stuff.
got
A
through.
lot of heroic things. A lot of crazy, stupid. I can't believe the universe is coming apart, and we're not really responsible, but we sort of are, and we fixed it. So.
Oh, shenanigans.
Oh, the shenanigans. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, well done, you guys. And then, Monk, why don't you tell us about Admiral Crow?
Oh, Admiral Garrett Crow retired. So yeah,
Yeah.
he's kind of the classic, born to a middle class family on a high tech world, but much like Katz, he fell in with a bad street crowd. Hungry for adventure and challenge. He's blowing all his wages on gambling and carousing, and no direction for kind of where he'd go after school. But he still was getting good marks because he's a clever enough dude. But his parents kind of pressed him to apply for Navy college, and they were surprised when he actually got accepted. And this gave him the chance to kind of get off world and do something new and adventurous. And despite coming from a low social standing family, which the Imperial Navy is a bit snooty about, he actually managed to seize the opportunity, rose to the rank of admiral. Ends up with a social standing of close, I think, baron or something like that from nothing. So he enjoys the finer things in life, like cigars and nice whiskey. And other than his piloting skills, has been a keystone in the crew's distillery business that we've started up.
Awesome.
It's
And we'll
literally
hear more about
a
that
prime
later, I'm
distillery.
sure.
That's
All
some
right.
shady aspects for sure, but
Yeah.
we're
All
sort
right.
of above board.
Yeah, all right. Well,
Almost,
we'll hear
sort
more
of,
about that later.
borderline.
Right now, we're going to move on to the next interview, which is Mr. Neil Thorpe of 2D Storyteller. So, gentlemen on the crew, let's mute our mics, and we'll get going with the next interview. See you on the other
Awesome.
side.
All
What's
right.
up?
For those of you here, there are links in the Mayday channels above for the live streams.